Hari Om. And next mantra we continue today from our yoga Chudamani Upanishad will be the mantra 16 and 17, 10 Major Nadis. So it's quite a small mantra. It's just stated about Nadis, what they are. It's always interesting to look at the comments. And we talk about the Nadis in very detail in Prana Pranayama when I read Prana Pranayama book. Sanskrit is Pradhana Pranavahinyo Huyatsasu Dasha Smirtach Ida Cha Pingala Chaiva Sushumna Cha Tritiyaga Gandhahare Hashti Jiva Cha Pusha Chaiva Yashashvini Alambusa Kuhosh Chaiva Shankni Dashami Smirta. So it's basically listening, you could hear the names of the Nadi channels. Translation will be again among these 72. The main principal Nadis for the flow of prana are 10. These are known as Ida Pingala in the third Sushumna. I'll probably will say Sushumna, then Ida Pingala, Sushumna, one of the main one. Gandhari, Hastijiva, Pusha, Yashashvini, Alambuza, Kuhu, and the 10th Shankini. So they have been said. Basically, just naming them. In the commentary, not such a big one. Some texts such as Shandilya Upanishad, Geranda Samhita, or Hatha Yoga Pradipika, or Yoga Sutras describe 14 major nadis and others 10. Yeah? The number depends on individual observations and how the psychic body is perceived. This text describes 10 main nadis mentioned above. Out of these, the first 3, Ida Pingala and Sushumna, are the most important, and the others are of secondary importance. The location of the 10 nadis is described in the following mantra. So we're going to continue go through following mantra. We have location of the major nadis, Ida Pingala, Sushumna, how they're located and what they do. Then continue with pranic body and prana vibes. And repeating again in my previous series, what is yoga and prana pranayama, we talk about this in very detail, about what is the prana, how does it move, why it moves, why this all happening with us. If you were like me, grown up in traditional modern society, you will never heard about that. In school, you've been told about very in detail about your physical body, blood vessels, skin, bones. Nobody talk about anything like that. Maybe if you study some psychology, psychiatry or something like that, you kind of talk about some aspects of energies or something like that, but no. So the yoga science, it's the only place where we talk about this. And some in traditional medicine talk about this, as I know, for example, acupuncture, the chi energy, chi is the prana basically, and they have meridians, the channels where the pranas worked, and they basically more or less one-to-one correlates with yoga science, what we know about this. So you can look into that, but I will encourage you first to learn it through your practice of yoga, feel it and understand it, and then try Tai Chi. I think they do the same, Chinese traditional martial arts and medicine, they work with pranic body. That's how you're supposed to work. You're supposed to work with your pranic body to heal your physical body, sometimes emotional body to feel the pranic, and then you through that you feel you. Because all the illnesses, disease, body, lose of energy, too much energy. Some people burn themselves through the life. Some people opposite, they stagnate. Depressions, anger, worries, all these things, they not come from our physical being. It might, some of these things can impose it, but most of it's in the mind, in our spirit, in our hearts, and in our energy. Think about these things like that, not as simple as you've been talked about. Modern science constantly confirming all the yogic science aspects. I constantly follow what's happening in the physics world and quantum world, in astronomy. It's constant confirmation, and how they say, we discovered this, and apparently this is not as was. And we were thinking in science before about the quantum world, about the energies, about dark matter, all these things. And you're like, hello, did you read the ancient yogic text? It's already been described there. We know how the universe works. We know how the body works. The body is not just as physical. We know also things about after-death experience and all this kind of stuff through yogic text. So it's nice that people start realizing it on the physical level. They a little bit kicking against the wall because they discover something new and they're realizing that, or we have to rewrite what we already know, or there's much more unknown where this come from. But if you will holistically again look into the modern physical existence through the prism of knowing the yogic science, it will make much more sense. It will be much more easier for you to understand how these things work. Let's look at different nadis in future videos. Hari Om.